Hi there, it's Kaya from kajcyika.crafts, and today I'm back as a guest designer for Newton's Nook design, and we will make this cute Happy Mail card. Let's do it! First, I have already prepared my craft cardstock and a white piece of cardstock, and I know that I want to use this Newton Happy Mail set from Newton's Nook, of course, and I decided that I will go with this rectangle die and I will put it directly at the center of my white piece, and you will see how this one cuts. It has beautiful stitching, so this will be our frame for our main image. So I will just move on and we will start coloring. I will stamp my image out with my Versafine Onyx black ink on my Derwent watercolor paper, and we will use Zig watercolor markers to color in this image. I will use my water brush just to blend my zigs out. So I'm using the color green gray right now for my Newton, and I will just add some pink detail. This one is called light pink for his ears and nose. I will put down the zig marker where I want my shadows to be. So you will see me that I will put it, for example, here underneath the actual mailbox and of course towards the bottom. And I will have this highlight directly in the middle. This was the color called mid brown, and now I'm using olive green to color this grass. I decided to go with colors that are really muted down because I am also having the craft piece of paper in my background, and I found that the colors have to match, so I just decided that I needed these colors on my focal image also muted down as the craft piece is muted down. So for me it just doesn't look good if I would use really bright colors. So I just colored in the actual mailbox with the color called Beige, and I will just finish this coloring up with the coloring of the envelopes. This one is again olive green, and I will use the gray again for the stamps. And for the last detail I will just add some lines at the Newton's head, so it will be a bit more interesting. As you can see, I already fussy cut it out. I will just add some more details with my white gel pen. I decided to draw some dots here and there on the mailbox, and I always put down big dots first and then I will just fill it up with the small dots. So now I am adding the small dots, and this will be it for our image. Now we can start positioning, but first I decided that I need something else in the background, so I will use this paw that is also included in the Newton's Happy Mail set, and I will just stamp it randomly on my background. I will use my distress ink called Tea-Dye, and I will just stamp it, and as you can see I want this paws to be only on this background piece in the middle, not on the edge, so I will make sure that I don't stamp it outside. And now you can see that I will emboss my sentiment on black cardstock, and this is actually my handmade handmade anti-static tool. I use my Versafine sticky ink and I just dip my sentiment in my Rayher Witted White embossing powder, and now you can see that it reads special delivery. I will use my paper trimmer to cut it to the perfect size. And for some more interest I will just cut off the edge with my scissors, and you can see how the card will look like in the end. We just have to glue everything together, so now I will just glue down my sentiment with my double-sided tape, and I will make sure that everything is straightened up. And now the second piece will be this rectangle piece, and I make sure that I didn't put the adhesive in the inner edge because I want to put my grass underneath, as you can see right now. So I will just put some double-sided tape there at the bottom, and at the top I will just use my foam rectangles to add some more dimension. I will just slide it under the edge and I will make sure that it stays there, so I will just tap it on. And that's it for the card. We will just glue down our panel to the actual card base, and that's all finished. Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. If you did, don't forget to subscribe so you will see more of my videos in the future. See you soon, bye bye!